What is going on, guys? My name is The Rose, and we're back for episode 8, part number 2 of the Game Corner podcast. We got some more news and rumors for you guys today. We're going to talk about Burnout Paradise being remastered, a possible Nintendo Direct for Pokemon coming Tuesday, the Xbox Games with Gold lineup for March, a Sonic the Hedgehog movie to release next year, and we're going to talk about the GeForce Now service, which will be coming to PC and possibly Macs. How that's going to work with streaming games on low-end PCs. So with that being said, it is now Saturday, January. Why did I say January? I'll cut that.
It's February.
It is February 24th, 2018. I'll be going to a wrestling event while this is uploaded, so I won't be home when you see this. So follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. I am now 4 followers away, folks, from getting affiliate status on Twitch. So if you check out my Twitch, I'd appreciate if you followed. I had a blast streaming last night with the Black Sakura group, just talking a bunch of shit in the background. And we talked about pretty much anything that was on our minds. I don't even remember half the shit we talked about. But
I just remember making fun of Sean, like, a lot.
We went on for about 2 hours and 20-something minutes. But I tell you what, that was the best stream I actually have ever done because I've had the most concurrent viewers I've ever had. With that being said, check out Black Soccer as well on Facebook and the Twitch community. That is newly active. I just released it a couple of days ago. Follow Erin Fitzgerald on Facebook, Twitter, her website, and Twitch as well. I'd greatly appreciate it. All of the links are in the description box down below, as well as Jotaku.net, our home for our random bullshit articles about anime, manga, and video games. With that being said, you got fucked over today.
I got fucked over hard today.
I mean, that kind of sucks, bro.
Yeah, well, I've been bitching about it a lot recently, so I've got it basically down to an exact science to tell the story. But basically, my workplace has screwed me over a lot in the past year and a half. I work security at a university campus, like in my day job. And we got paid today, but they've owed me money for basically the past, for work that I did in January and early February. And I was under the expectation that I was going to be getting that money today. And it did not get in. So basically what I did was I gave up my work shift tonight, which is why we're recording this right now. I sent them an email that was basically like, hey, you know how I put in 2 weeks notice? Yeah, that's not going to happen. I quit. And I also threatened to go to the Labor Standards Board and be like, hey, and if my money's not in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, I mean, out here we have something called the Better Business Bureau, where if you get screwed over by an employer, you can contact them, and they can help you get your pay.
It's the same thing. It's the same basic thing, but ours is government-run. I don't know if the Better Business Bureau is.
I think it's state government-run.
Okay, yeah, ours is the same. It's provincial government-run.
So now what happens if you actually don't get your money? Like, what's going to happen? Like, say you don't get it in a week or two, you actually do this, and then what could happen from that? I'd hate to see this have to go to court.
Basically, what's going to happen is I'm just going to be like, okay, well, here's a list of hours that I worked. Here's the emails that I sent in telling them they owed me the money and giving them advance notice that I did this. Here's why I haven't been working as much as I probably should. And the funny thing is, right, I looked it up online. If they can't verify the hours that I worked, like if they're like, because what happens with most of our shifts is there's about a 15 to 30 minute margin for error, where it's like, oh, the shift ended 30 minutes earlier, oh, the shift ran 30 minutes late, because we work a lot of events on this university campus, right? If they can't verify it, but I have the records that state, like, I know these are the days that I worked, which I do, basically what happens is they owe me $1,000.
Wow, that's a pretty good chunk of change.
Because it's $500 per week if they can't verify it, but if they can't verify it, but I can, then it's $1,000.
And you have documentation of these times you worked that you didn't get paid?
I have like our work schedule And then I also have our logbook at work that is signed by the supervisor.
Oh shit! So they're pretty much dead to
So-
rights.
They're fucked. If they don't get, like, I was pretty heavy-handed because I was just like, hey, I recognize this is a heavy-handed approach to this, but you guys fuck me. But yeah, and it's funny because my grandmother and my dad were the ones who told me, like, go to the labor board if they fuck you.
I would. Fuck it, man. I wouldn't deal with that shit.
Yeah, my dad was like, you should have threatened to do this like 3 weeks ago when they weren't paying you. Like, why did you do this now? And I was like, well, they had reason not to do it on time. Like, they had problems.
So have they been paying you recently? Like, I'm sure this is gonna fuck you over for paying your rent.
This isn't gonna fuck me over paying my rent because my rent comes out tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, sorry, my rent comes out next week and I have enough money. But basically what they haven't... Okay. I didn't work a lot between going back to university at the start of January and I think it was the 20th was my first day of work in January.
And I know
so
I know you dropped a
hours.
few shifts too.
Yeah, I drop a lot of shifts because I just hate that job so much. And after they started fucking me, like, really bad, I started dropping shifts even more. But, anyway, to make a long story short, they haven't paid me since December.
Damn.
They haven't paid, but here's the thing, right? I also didn't work for them for most of January. Like, I worked for them 8 hours on the 20th of January, I think 4 or 5 on the 27th, and then 4 or 5 on the 2nd of February, and that was it.
Well, I mean, they still owe you that money. You
But
did
they
the
still
job.
owe me the money. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, like, they haven't been paying me, but they also haven't really been owing me for that long.
Right, but I mean, you still did the work. They should still pay you.
And they will, because if they don't, fuck, I'm aspiring to be a lawyer, and it's not like basically one of my other employers for the newspaper that I work for confided in me that every time that someone has to sue the university for something, the university ends up losing.
I don't know, man. It sounds like they don't have their shit straight, apparently.
Well, they just had a change in management too, so like, but that's no excuse because the guy that was handling my payroll is still handling my payroll. Like, it's still the same dude.
I see.
But anyway, you had a story too, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'd like to say I had some delicious homemade breaded and fried chicken tendies for dinner tonight.
Oh, fuck you, man.
Absolutely fucking delicious.
Oh, I would kill for that.
But I actually have kind of two small stories that I'm going to loop into one story.
Okay.
So a few hours ago...
Give me a narrative.
few hours ago, I was going out to the mall because I went to GameStop to pre-order something. And I was
What did you pre-order?
I pre-ordered the MLB 18 All Rise edition because I'm a big Yankees nerd.
Okay.
And this one is all Yankees themed because their best hitter is gracing the cover of the game for the first time in a long time. And this collector's edition is all New York Yankees themed. And me being a diehard Yankees fan, if anybody knows me and you think I wasn't getting that, you're out of your mind. So I guess I'll just announce right now that March 27th will be my next unboxing video that you'll see on this channel of the MLB 18 The Show All Rise edition. It comes with a hat, so you'll see another hat in my hat rotation on these videos. It comes with a steelbook case and a couple other things, so.
Man, I fucking love steelbooks.
But anyway, so I had to throw out the garbage, right? Because there's a garbage bag, in the kitchen. It stunk like hell. I don't know what we threw in it, but it just started rotting in the trash can. So I'm throwing out the garbage, and this Rent-A-Center type business. I don't know if you have anything like that out there.
No, we
It's
don't.
it's an appliance, like electronics boutique, where you can go somewhere and they let you rent out used equipment, but it's like nearly new.
Okay.
And you pay a set price, but it is more than retail because obviously they got to make money on the business too.
Yeah.
And if you don't pay up your payments and like you miss, I think it's up to 2 payments, they'll come and repossess your shit.
That makes sense. So
But if it's a big appliance like a TV, or maybe a washer or a dryer, or like a stereo, setup or whatever, they will come deliver it in a truck. So, and an appliance, one of these rent-a-center places came out, they're on my street, and the guy comes in, right, he goes like 3/4 of the way down the street, and he turns around. So I'm like, alright, maybe this guy just went down the wrong street. So I just ignored him. Then he goes halfway back up the street and turns around again. So I throw out the garbage, and I'm walking back towards the car so I can go to the mall. And I stop, and I asked the guy, I said, do you need help finding someone? And he said, no! Like a fucking asshole. Like he answered me like a grouchy scumbag. All I was doing was fucking asking him if he needed some help, because where I live, every house is divided into 2 houses. So you only see on the street the odd numbered houses, and the even numbered houses are behind that, facing the trees. So I thought maybe this guy was just having trouble finding, a number on a house that he's looking for, and he's not going to see it if it's facing the trees.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I stopped to ask the guy if he needed some help, and he just answered me like a fucking jerk-off.
I'm not going to lie, the way you said no reminds me of the way like a 2-year-old says no.
Yeah, like a fucking brat.
Just imagine that's what the guy was fucking like no.
Yeah,
no.
like a fucking jerk-off.
Jesus.
And my mom heard it too, because she was in the in the truck with in her SUV, and she picked me up at the dumpster. I'm like, what a fucking jerk off. I mean, you understand how we don't, we appreciate, I guess you could say, if people want to ask us if we need help with something because we don't have very good eyesight, all that much. But it's like we kind of feel embarrassed about it. But at the same time, shouldn't other people, at least be appreciative that you're trying to help them? Like, play role reversal, You're trying to offer someone else assistance for something, regardless of what it is, and they're acting like a jerk-off to you.
Yeah, like, I've never, like, as much as I hate having people be like, can I read this for you? I'm just like, no, I've got, like, a cell phone, or I've got stuff that I can use myself. I'm not like, fuck you.
Yeah, you don't act like a fucking jerk-off.
Like,
you don't give them an asshole response.
But I'm not a prick.
Yeah, exactly. But the second fucking story was we were just about at the mall. We were 1 traffic light away from getting to the mall. And it was our turn to go when we were turning left into the mall area.
Yeah.
Now, everybody on the other side of the road are stopped, right? Because it's their red light. They have to wait for us to cross. Mm-hmm. Well, this one guy decided he was going to stop at the red light like it's a stop sign. And then keep going. And the motherfucker almost hit us. Because he decided to treat the traffic light like a stop sign, stop at the red light for about 3 seconds, and then just keep on going. Like, okay, I stopped, time to go,
Oh, what a fucker.
He came, I would say, maybe a couple of inches from hitting us in the passenger side rear quarter panel of our SUV.
Yeah.
I'm like, what a fuck? And I'm like, what the fuck is people's problems on the road? And my mom goes, I know, right? She goes, Doesn't he think that everybody else is stopped for the same reason he was? I don't understand people, man. Like,
nah, me neither.
Some people that, are behind the wheels of a vehicle, they just don't give a shit.
Nah, some people, honestly, man, some people should not be allowed to drive.
Absolutely. And if it's an old person, no offense, but they should be retested at a certain age.
In Canada, they are, but it's like, it's really late into their life. Yeah,
see, out here in New York, they tried to pass that law, where once you reach retirement age, which around here is 67, then they were trying to get a law passed where they have to be retested for their driver's licenses, and if they couldn't pass the test again, they were going to have their licenses revoked, which is kind of fucked up. But hey, if you reach that age where
Yeah, I was going to say, if you can't pass the test, then, you shouldn't have the license in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. But it never got passed. So, New Jersey or Pennsylvania, nearby areas, they never picked up on it. But, so I thought I would just vent for a few minutes and talk about a couple of scumbags that are out on the road.
I mean, fuck, dude. I vented about more stuff than you did.
I mean, we could have been in a fucking car accident, and it was, it was raining a little bit, and it's dark out.
Yeah.
Not to say that if it would have happened, it would have been a bad one, but you never know. But I just think, too, that guy that I offered to ask him if he needed help, that he was just being a real jerk-off. And I figured I'd just vent about that for a couple of minutes. But with that being said, let's get into the podcast. Let's go over the Burnout Paradise thing, since that is probably the most well-known piece of news for the week. Because this was like a major topic for like the past 3 days, and I don't really know why.
A lot of people like Burnout Paradise. I've never played it.
Dude, it's a great game.
I've heard. I've never touched it.
It's a great game. Good arcade racer. But it's been 11 years since it was first released on the PS3 and Xbox 360. I kind of was wanting a new game,
Yeah.
So
basically, what they said was that in 2016 there were apparently no plans to release a new Burnout title, but recently it's been announced that if you purchase Burnout Paradise Remastered has been announced for the PS4 Pro, or the PS4 and the Xbone, and it comes with the game itself and then all of the add-on packs from Burnout Paradise. So you get like Big Surf Island, which is like an expansion. You get the Party Pack, Burnout Bikes, Who's Special, Legendary Cars, the Cagney update, I don't know what the fuck that is, toys, and the Cops and Robbers pack. It says here that it will be released on March 16th.
And it's going to be in 60 FPS, which is good, because I think the original was as well. Honestly, it's a great game, and Big Surf Island is fucking awesome. I've never played any of the other DLC except for Big Surf Island. But, I guess as a remaster, I guess it's an alright game to remaster.
Yeah, I gotta add Sean to the call because he just got home.
Alright. We'll get his opinion on this too if he's gonna jump in like now. So, Sean, we were just talking about the Burnout Paradise remaster.
He literally just got in. Yeah,
No.
So basically Burnout Paradise is getting a remaster. What are your thoughts?
Me?
You. Fucking spring the topic right on you, like, Sean, this game that you probably don't care about.
No. Quite the contrary.
Oh, really?
I own Burnout Paradise.
It's a great game.
It is a fucking blast. So, just hearing that is like, dude, fuck yeah.
Do you know what I want? And this is going to be such a me thing to want. I want fucking XCOM 3. Give me XCOM 3. I know it's not made by the same dev. What?
I'm fucking down. Hell yeah, I love XCOM.
Let me explain. I'm playing XCOM 2 right now, actually, but the reason it's got me thinking is because Burnout Paradise was released way back, like a couple of years ago, right?
11 years ago.
Holy fuck.
It was
Yeah, so
2007.
It's pretty fucking old.
Yeah.
XCOM 2 is also starting to get up there in age, even though it got an expansion pack, I think in 2016? Maybe 2017.
Yeah, it was fairly recent.
Yeah, like War for the Chosen is pretty recent. Or War of the Chosen, I don't know what the fuck it's called.
I don't know.
But basically, the thing... Okay, so I've played XCOM Classic.
Yeah.
And that is some obtuse bullshit. But one thing I liked about XCOM Classic were the enemy designs in Terror from the Deep, which is the second Classic game. Apparently, at the end of XCOM 2, spoilers for those of you who haven't played it, they basically tease that the next XCOM game they're going to make is Terror from the Deep.
Oh boy.
My dick has never been harder.
You sure about that?
I'm not Sean. I don't spend 5 minutes every morning trying to bust a nut.
Or
it
fucking
was
rocks.
4 minutes today. Fuck you.
Fucking... Did you wake up late, or did you just manage to do it in 4?
I didn't work today.
Damn.
I had less time. Or I had more time, rather, so...
But you did it in less. That's pretty impressive.
I wasn't stressed out.
What it was is he had more time, so he fapped faster.
I wasn't stressed by like, fuck, I gotta get this done in 5 minutes. It was just like, dude,
Pressure's on.
I can nut at my own pace and not have to worry.
Sweet fucking Jesus.
So let me just say, Sean, you and Cypher are now tied for the most appearances on my channel. What do you think about that?
He's a fraud.
Hey Sean, how does it feel to soon be the silver medal?
Oh
That was
shit!
the first medal I ever fucking got, so I'll take it. Shit.
Man, I remember. Here's a fun little anecdote from when I was a kid. Is we used to do spelling bees, and I was always that fucking nerdy kid who would win all the spelling bees. And I swear to God, the one time that I stood to make money off of a spelling bee, I was like, you know what, fuck this, I don't want to go to the National Canadian Spelling Bee. I deliberately spelled the word wrong, and my mom was like, what the fuck?
What was the word?
I think it was hypochondriac.
Wow.
I don't even think I could spell that word properly now.
Yeah, so I didn't
I have
spell
an
it with an
idea,
H.
but I'm not gonna butcher it.
That kind of reminds me of the Hey Arnold episode where Helga botched the word on purpose to get back at her dad for thinking that she couldn't do it.
That's really self-defeating. That's hilarious. Dude, I haven't watched Hey Arnold in years.
Dude, that was my shit as a kid.
Hell yeah, it was.
Man, but anyway.
So back to Burnout Paradise.
Yeah, back to Burnout Paradise. So I've never played it.
Topic.
Well, you know what? Sean had to get in here. We had to introduce him in some way. So, what better way than to him tell us how fast he busted a nut this morning?
That's fair.
So, with Burnout Paradise, to be honest, since they're remastering this game, I wonder if they're going to leave the original music set list that's in the game as background music alone.
I don't know.
Because it was pretty cringy.
Yeah, there's that.
I hope...
Isn't some of it copyrighted?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it's licensed music, they might have to relicense it.
Yeah, it's all licensed music.
Oh, fuck.
My
really?
Chemical Romance was on there. Avril Lavigne was on there. Guns N' Roses.
So, my shit when I was a fucking edgy teenager.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
I mean, this was all music from 11 years ago, so if they're going to re-release it, I hope they put different songs in the game. Or let us somehow listen to our own music just like we were able to back in the day with the old releases, because that's what I always did anyways.
Yeah, if they'd either do something like that. I feel like since, it's the thing nowadays, like, not just because I'm a fucking EDM head doesn't mean, this is what I want, but I feel like that's what's gonna end up happening. If they do, like, put a new soundtrack.
The problem is with these soundtracks in video games, have you ever noticed that most of it is rap?
Yeah.
It's fucking garbage. It's garbage, that's what it is.
Yeah, it is, but that's what's popular, unfortunately.
I mean, I don't know if Spotify works. Like, that Spotify app works in the background. Like, you can listen to music while you're playing your
PS4?
game.
I'm pretty sure you can on PS4.
It does work, yes. I've used it before. It works quite well, actually.
Spotify's pretty fucking great.
I actually despise Spotify, though.
Can you access your own playlists on there, too, for free?
You can access all your shit.
Oh, that's good. Okay, well, there you go. Problem solved. I can play Burnout Paradise again.
For just PS4 alone. I don't know if it's, like, PS4 exclusive. I haven't looked too much into
it. No,
it's
going to be on Xbox One as well. Okay. I don't know about a PC release. Did it mention PC?
No, it just said PS4 and Xbone.
What a shame. PC players are going to miss out on a good game.
I have the original on PC. So I feel like it'll probably eventually... I mean, everything eventually comes out for PC.
Yeah, you got a point.
So, and if not, well, I mean, whether it's legal or not, it's going to happen.
Yeah. There's that, too.
So let's get into the next topic, since this is another short piece here. Okay. These are some games that I'm not very interested in. However, I do have some experience with at least one of them, and one of them is a game I actually want to play. Xbox One Games with Gold have been announced for March.
Okay, let's see what we got. I actually just have to open this up.
The following titles would be available. Trials of the Blood Dragon, available March 1st to March 30th for Xbox One. Super Hot, available from March 16th to April 15th for Xbox One. Brave, the video game, which is a game adaptation of the Brave movie, from March 1st to the 15th for Xbox 360. Backwards compatible with Xbox One, of course. And the puzzle game Quantum Conundrum, which was kind of like a Portal ripoff, I think. Also available from March 16th to the 31st, backwards compatible on Xbox One. Any of those titles catch your interest? Have you played any of them?
I've been thinking about buying Super Hot, because Super Hot's really neat.
Yeah. I own a VR headset. I own no games to play. So, and on PS4, Super Hot VR is on sale. So, I'm probably going to grab that.
Yeah, I mentioned that in either the stream last night or one of the discussions we were having recently.
Yeah, I think it was before the stream, actually. It might have been before the stream.
Yeah, I think it was. Like, between us recording and us streaming. But anyway, yeah, so I'm interested in Super Hot. I've heard that Quantum Conundrum is pretty fucking good.
It is. I just don't like puzzle games that make me think too much.
I do.
I have played it on PS3. It's all right.
The only games I don't really like for puzzlers are like the oh god, I really don't care for fucking what's it called? Professor Layton, because I find some of those puzzles are just pixel hunts.
Oh yeah.
Like, you feel a sense of accomplishment when you finish a puzzle in Layton. The only problem is that more often than not, it takes longer than it probably fucking should. It's the same thing with some of those investigations in Phoenix Wright. It's like, why? Like,
well, they got to make the game feel like it takes a while somehow.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
But out of these games, I want to check out Trials of the Blood Dragon because I like the Trials games.
Me too, actually.
I like the challenges in them.
Motocross, like side-scrolling motocross games, something like that.
Yeah, they're like 2.5D obstacle course motorcycle games, and they are very frustrating.
I think
they're
Trials
really fun.
Fusion. I saw a bit of gameplay of that one a while back. Pretty cool.
I have one of the Trials games on the PS Vita because it was free to play. I don't remember which one that was, but I didn't get very far in it.
Yeah.
So I want to check out this one. I still have to download Split Second and Crazy Taxi that is available until the end of this month. So I got to actually get on that.
Fucking love Crazy Taxi.
Dude, Crazy Taxi is just fucking nostalgia trip.
Hey, it's Crazy Taxi.
So, anything else you guys think of this lineup?
I mean,
I don't really give a shit about Brave. It's a licensed video game.
I know, right?
It's a licensed movie game. Fuck that. Super Hot's the only thing that's just like, fuck yeah, I know that's a good game, and I want it. I mean, I don't own an Xbox, so this doesn't necessarily apply to me, but I'll be probably buying it on PS4.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen gameplay of it on YouTube, like from the PC version. I just don't understand why it's so popular.
Because it's really cool. It's the concept as a first-person shooter that you can, like, time only moves when you move. It's fascinating. It's basically, that is to the FPS what Hotline Miami is to, like, the 2D top-down shooter.
Yeah.
That's what I've been told, anyway. Like, I can't
It's
vouch
also
for...
kind of like a puzzle game, too. Because, like, everything has to be done in a certain specific order, as far as I know. And, like, you fuck up, you're dead, and you gotta start over. So, it's sort of like a puzzle game.
According to this promo image, it says here you get $70 plus in value, and you can get up to 3,400 gamer score for people that like achievement hunting and stuff like that.
I sure fucking do.
Me too. Fuck.
There's something almost cathartic about it.
I mean, yeah, once that platinum pops, oof.
Oh, Jesus. Right? Once that platinum pops, the fun don't stop.
That's actually when the fun stops, because then I go to a new game.
It depends on the game. Like, if I'm playing Persona 4 Golden, and I just... Like, I once got the platinum in P4 Golden.
Oh, you are
my previous PSN account. That is some fucking horse shit. I had to play that game, like, 120 hours. I used a guide twice. Like...
I would love to Platinum Golden and Persona 5, but I just don't have enough time in my life.
I'm never gonna Platinum P5, man. That's too much fucking effort.
Oh, that's a new video.
Oof.
I watched that in a little bit. Sorry, a freaking video announcement thing just popped up in the corner of my Chrome bar. My browser. So how about this one? Disney possibly stripping Star Wars license from the EA games library.
I would not blame them. Holy shit.
There is, in fact, a god, gentlemen.
Take it away, Cypher. Let's see what do you think about this one.
Okay. Apparently this website wants to send me notifications, so it can eat a cock.
Yeah, Games Rant does that.
Yeah, I really don't like websites that do that.
Yeah.
It says here that, so basically the company, let's see here, however, rumors are circulating Disney is not happy with how EA handled the Star Wars license, which we already knew, and that they might issue it to either Activision, or Ubisoft.
Which, to be honest, really isn't any better.
No.
Not much. I'd personally, if it were my decision, I'd probably throw it towards Activision, because they have more, not saying, like, they're good FPS, but, like, I mean, they make COD, so they know what they're doing to an extent.
Yeah.
When it comes to FPS, but...
Yeah, and I was going to say, like, because Ubisoft is, like, they release a bunch of glitchy shit, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to wait for, 2 weeks to get the first patch, and the game would still be fucked, and...
Yeah, so if it goes to Activision, I feel like that would be their best move. Just with their, their history with Call of Duty and whatnot.
Yeah. However, apparently there's been no evidence to back up these claims, because the source comes from, quote, Selinux, which cites sources, quote, close to the matter. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean.
Yeah, right? Like, I read this, I'm like, what the fuck?
However,
it could be someone who works there, or, like, their friend, or, like, their distant cousin.
I was about to say, my dad works at Nintendo.
Right?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, just, my dad works at EA. But apparently it says here that Disney pulling out Star Wars from under EA could be devastating. Basically just because, like, EA apparently has been developing a bunch of shit with the Star Wars license recently.
And they have an unfinished game they're still working on.
Yeah, so if that's canceled, then they're fucked. Like, they would cost them too much.
I mean, fuck it. I wouldn't.
Honestly, good fucking riddance.
I wouldn't mind seeing EA take the fucking be the next company to go bankrupt.
Same.
But like I can't even think of any EA IP. Like, I used to like The Sims a lot, but then The Sims 4 was just utter garbage, and it made me really sad because Sims 3, I've got fucking like 400 hours in that shit.
See, I like Sims 3 a lot.
Yeah.
But I still think Sims 2 is the best one.
Oh, no, by far.
Like, Sims 3 is fucking great, but Sims 2, it has some of the best expansions.
For sure.
It did some of the best shit with it.
But, like, that would be the only IP that I can think of right now that I'd actually be mildly disappointed. And I don't even think it's EA, it's more Maxis, if they're even still a thing.
I don't know if Maxis still exists.
But yeah, I guess Battlefield is a thing. But again, that's DICE.
Yeah.
Still published by EA, though.
I mean, if I have to pick between the two FPS, I'd pick Battlefield over Call of Duty. But
yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I mean, really,
Can you guys hear the upstairs people? Like, the people who live upstairs from me, they're having a party or something?
No, I don't hear shit.
Sick. I can't hear it.
Lucky you.
But, the only EA games I like Burnout, like, they need to make a new Burnout game.
Sure.
Maybe they're doing this remaster to test the waters for a new Burnout game. To see how much interest there still is in it.
Yeah.
That's something I should have said about 10 minutes ago.
When was the last Burnout?
Was Paradise back in 2007.
It was Paradise? Okay, so it was a while ago.
Yeah, 11 years ago. And again, that's something I should have mentioned about 10 minutes ago, but, because we're mentioning, EA games we actually like, for me it's Burnout Paradise, or Burnout in general, and Need for Speed, but Need for Speed's been going...
Is Need for Speed EA?
Yeah, but they've been going down the toilet lately, too.
Need for Speed used to be pretty good, but...
I liked the old ones.
It's still...
the old ones are really good.
Like Need for Speed Carbon and Hot Pursuit.
Hot
Like, those are
Pursuit's
fun.
fucking fun, dude.
It's fun as shit. I got, was it Rivals? Like the
I
new.
haven't played it.
I got it and I was just like, this is really boring. That was before the newest one. Whichever one was before the newest one.
This is gonna sound weird, right? But my favorite EA games, at least when I was a kid, were the Harry Potter licensed video games because they were actually pretty fucking good.
Because they were actually like they heavily used the source material.
Fucking
Yeah, exactly.
Chamber of Secrets on the GameCube.
In a certain way, they were more accurate to the books than the movies were.
Mm-hmm.
So, next piece of business here. Sega and Paramount confirm a Sonic the Hedgehog movie for November 2019.
That's pretty fast. Fast.
Now, before I get into this article, let me just point out that I like how fucking Game Informer website used like a photoshopped fucking image from Sonic Forces.
Really?
For their fucking article.
Yeah, they did.
That's so dumb.
I'll link it in the group chat.
It's
fucking great.
Sega has announced, Sega has licensed Sonic the Hedgehog to Paramount Pictures, and the two companies are co-producing a motion picture starring Sega's protagonist, mascot Sonic the Hedgehog. The film is set for theatrical release November 15th, 2019. So we even have a release date for the movie, not just a time frame.
This is just a response to the Mario movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
But according to this,
Genesis
it sounds
does what Nintendo doesn't.
It sounds though like they had this planned longer. Like this is in more organized compared to
Potentially.
the Mario movie. But
Yeah, it's just a fucking Photoshop.
the film will be directed by Jeff Fowler,
I don't know.
who
I don't know directors.
was nominated for an Academy Award for his work on the 2005 animated short Gopher Broke Tim Miller. Wow, what a pun.
I don't know.
The director of Deadpool and the owner
Fuck yeah.
the owner
Yeah.
I'm sold.
You know what? Fuck it. Drop everything. Give me 2 tickets to this shit right now.
The director of Deadpool and the owner of animation CG production company Blur Studios will also serve as a executive producer, so the film has a good shot at being better than the last decade of Sonic games.
That's not saying much.
Fucking burn.
I mean, besides Mania, that's not
like-
saying much.
That's really not saying much.
I don't know. I have the same opinion that I do with the Mario movie. Like, I'm worried.
Yeah, me too.
Now here's a question.
I mean-
Before we continue talking about this movie debate, now that the Sonic movie has an actual release date, do you think now the Mario movie gets out first? Or do you think Sonic's going to speed his way in
Sonic's
first?
faster, therefore Sonic's movie gets out first.
See, I don't know. I feel like this would come out first because, think of it, it's Nintendo. They want to make sure it's pristine before it comes out.
That was also kind of why the original Mario Brothers movie failed, though.
Dude, that movie was fucking terrible.
Like, have you seen the Gaming Historian's
It's my favorite
video?
movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, I watched all of the Gaming Historian's videos.
Me too. Actually, I binged them the other day.
So did I. Holy shit, so did I.
Dude, awesome. Fuck you, Sean.
I would.
Eat a cock.
I already have.
See, Sean, the proper response to fuck you is you'd like to, wouldn't you? Not I would.
And see, the ironic thing about how they used Sonic Forces, not only did they Photoshop this image, because it's clear, they clearly just took a background and Photoshopped Supersonic and a shitty-looking avatar on the image. But Supersonic wasn't actually originally in the game.
That's pretty funny.
He was made a free DLC character, and if you don't download the DLC, he's not in the game.
That's so...
Sanic. See, okay, given the track record of video game movies, I'm fucking just please no. No God, please no.
I'm gonna give it a chance just because what I said yesterday. I'm a big Sonic and Mario slut.
Sure.
But here's the thing.
It's probably not gonna be good.
given Sonic's track record recently with Sonic Boom, given who's directing it and the style of films they make, given what the potentials of animation as an art form, and most importantly, given how fucking unintentionally good the original Sonic the Hedgehog movie was.
Yeah, that was actually good.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one where it's the final thing is him fighting Metal Sonic. That's fucking great.
Yeah, that was a good.
Yeah,
and the thing is, that was only an OVA in Japan. It really wasn't even meant to be a movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got it a few years later. It was a really good movie. I used to have it on VHS.
That's one of my favorite movies, like, unironically.
I mean, I think it has the potential to be a good movie.
Yeah.
Paramount's
yeah,
Paramount's a really good production studio.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're not going to make this movie as cheap as Illumination's looking to make the Mario movie.
Sure.
You have the fucking director of Deadpool behind this, for fuck's sakes.
I'm fucking
stoked.
it's Sonic, and so they usually attempt to have some form of humor. So if they're having Deadpool's director,
it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
I hope it's good. I'm definitely going to see this movie. So you heard it first, guys. In a year and a half from now, there will be a review of this movie on the podcast. I'm going to say it'll be about episode, I don't know, probably 90-something.
All right, make it happen.
Yeah.
I will say that while most, if not all, video game movies are critically panned, being the whore I was for World of Warcraft, I did enjoy Warcraft solely because I understood what was going on.
That's fair.
If you are not if you didn't play WoW or just Warcraft in general, and you didn't get it was solely a fanboys movie, and I was a fanboy, hence why I enjoyed it. So I will personally give Warcraft a slide. I know a lot of people didn't like it because they didn't know what the fuck was going on, and granted, it was a lot of just info dump.
Yeah.
And even at one point, I was confused.
I kind of like the Street Fighter movie.
Which one? The first one or the Chun-Li movie?
The first one. The Chun-Li one's fucking terrible.
Yeah, yes it is. I think they both are terrible, but...
They're both really bad, but that first one is so bad it's good.
If we're talking about giving video game movies a pass, I give Mortal Kombat Annihilation a pass, just because I love Mortal Kombat.
The Mortal Kombat movies are pretty good.
The first one was better. The second one, you could tell how cheap that movie was made.
Yeah.
But I still give it a pass just because I love Mortal Kombat. And when I watch the first one, I watch these movies at least once a year. Call me crazy. But if I watch the first one, I have to watch the second one right after, because it only feels right.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you can tell where the quality, control was when it comes to those two movies. Not to mention that when you boot up the Mortal Kombat movie, that amazing fucking song that just boots up and just makes you want to beat the shit out of somebody that plays. Oh my god, I fucking love that Mortal Kombat song.
Yeah, the Mortal Kombat song is actually fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
So, regarding the Sonic movie, it has the potential to be a great movie. I hope it ends up being a good movie, because I don't want to
make an original plot and it's okay, I feel like it has a good chance.
I just don't want to be disappointed by Sonic again. He's been too disappointing.
Yeah, you Sonic fans just get beaten and beaten, and you're getting a small glimmer of hope. Yeah, more or less.
Like we're like an abused housewife. Like Sega still loves me. I mean, I'm never gonna find anybody else to make good Sonic games.
Yeah, right? I mean, look what they did with Boom. They gave it the big red button and Sanzaro Games. You know?
That was just a travesty.
Yeah. Didn't Sanzaru make Sly Cooper?
Yes.
Yeah, they fucking ruined Sly Cooper, too.
Yeah.
I like the
Sly game. It's not very good.
Yeah, I like the original 3 better. I never finished the 4th one, and I platinumed the first 3, so...
Jesus, bro.
Yeah.
But, let's move on here. NVIDIA GeForce Now cloud gaming service feels like playing on high-end gaming PCs. This will benefit low-end PCs greatly.
Yeah.
However, you're going to need a pretty strong internet connection to do it.
Oh, no doubt.
This is currently available on the NVIDIA Shield. It's like a Netflix service. You're going to pay $8 a month on the NVIDIA Shield, and you can play, a selection of games. Just like you go on Netflix for $8 a month, you can watch a selection of movies and TV shows. Now, there's going to be a PC version, and there's currently a waiting list for the desktop version of this. And it's in closed beta right now, so you could sign up for the waiting list to be notified when a closed beta spot opens up for this program. The requirements are not that bad. System requirements are pretty low. GeForce Now behaves similarly to the Netflix games, are run on NVIDIA servers. Stream to your PC. The system requirements are minimal. You will need at least a Core i3 processor clocked at 3.1 gigahertz or higher, or a comparable AMD chip. So
that's a lot of computers nowadays. So
yeah, it says that it's basically able to run on hardware that is 10 years old.
Right, yeah. 4 gigabytes of system memory, and a graphics card that can run DirectX 9, which is old as dirt. So
this is being probably the only one here that's part of the PC master race.
Fuck you.
This is actually very good. Granted, I'll never use it because I don't need to. I've got a good computer. I can play every game that comes out currently. I know a lot of argument against PC gaming is, I don't have enough money to build a PC. And that's fair. It's expensive. My computer's almost $2,000. Like, it gets fucking expensive, and mine's 3 years out of date. I need to update it.
Yeah, and I'm working on my build, which I'll have later this year. Probably after E3.
The way I would describe it is that building a gaming PC is like it's investing your money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you build your gaming PC. It might be outdated in a couple of years, but chances are pretty good that you're going to be able to run most stuff. And because Steam always has stuff on sale, you'll save money in the long run.
Yeah, and like even if it's outdated, like you can still play a lot of the new games for a long time. Like,
yeah,
I won't really need to update my computer for a good 5 more years, give or take.
Yeah, I mean, I personally couldn't give a shit. I'm interested in this in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to have a gaming PC because there's some PC exclusive games that I really like.
Sure.
But like, on the whole, I don't like. I'm still gonna prefer playing on console, just because that's what I'm used to.
Yeah,
that's what I'm used to.
Yeah, I mean it's the same with me. And if I do play on PC, I play with a game controller anyway.
Yeah.
So it says here the final product will consume a little over 2 gigabytes in total system storage. A Mac client is also available. Your network will have to be 25, at least a 25 megabytes per second connection, which I'm guessing we're talking download here because we're talking about streaming.
Yeah.
It is recommended to have a 50 megabyte per second download speed, which, if you guys saw my speeds, that blows that shit away.
Yeah, but like looking at my speeds,
yeah,
like,
you're kind of
going to be pretty difficult for someone like me.
It says NVIDIA says you'll need to use an Ethernet connection, or at least a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi wireless connection. It says a typical 2.4 connection will not do the job. GeForce Now test your connection strength and will not let you run games if your network isn't up to snuff.
That makes sense.
It also says that the games that are available on GeForce Now have to be games that you own, which means you have to buy these games previously on clients like Steam, Uplay, or GOG services.
Okay.
Some games are supported, of course, like Steam is now, by controllers. However, they are only supported by a DualShock 4 or a Xbox 360 controller, not an Xbox One controller for some reason.
Oh, that's weird.
So, I'm interested.
I'm surprised it's DualShock, because PC barely supports DualShock as it is.
Yeah, you to use DualShock, you typically have to run pirated software.
Yeah.
Actually, when you plug in the PS4 controller now, Windows 10 it actually recognizes
Yeah, but for most games that were released previously,
Yeah, you have to get some.
you have to use like
not so legal
DS4.
drivers.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like if you want to use your controller on like emulators or something, the DualShock 4 is recognized by Windows software now. So
Huh. Interesting. Well, that's good to know.
I've used it a few times, so there is that option.
I've got my own Logitech gamepad, so I don't really. That doesn't really apply to me, but
Oh, look at Sean over here being a big boy.
yeah, PC Master Race, motherfucker.
Fuck you and your
You know
master
who
race.
else had a master race?
Steve Jobs, and he's fucking dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Steve Jobs actually.
You know what he died of? He died of PC.
Oh damn! I mean, I've made that joke a million times though.
Yeah, so did Max Mofo, and that's where I just ripped it off from.
Fucking Maximum.
Oh shit! So, Cypher, should I ring the bell for you to go off now on what we have left to talk about?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
It's gonna be a real slobber knocker.
I'll take a nap.
So,
Sean, no, don't. You're gonna want to be around for this shit.
yeah, because actually, no. I actually want you guys to debate this. He doesn't like Final Fantasy 15, and you like the game. I want you guys to go at it. I want to know, your differences in this this topic, because I haven't played the game, and I'm probably not going to. So actually, Sean, it's good you're here for this.
All right.
Final Fantasy 15 will get 4 new episodes through 2019 to complete the Final Fantasy 15 universe. And we're going to combine the other topic. Final Fantasy 15 developers hopes the Windows edition will sell at least 2 million copies to help them reach their 10 million copy milestone.
Okay.
So, there's going to be 4 episodes released for the game. The final goal is completing the Final Fantasy 15 universe. According to a user survey, the satisfactory rating for Final Fantasy 15 general scenario is 62.4%. When asked if that means we can expect to see even more satisfactory content for the DLC that is expected to release in 2018, director Hajime Tabata said they won't be able to fit it all in 2018. He says the reason for this is because he felt it was necessary to secure the appropriate amount of development time without having to focus on releasing it all within 2018. Tabata said that at first the plan was to have everything done in 2018, but in order to face the satisfactory 62.4% and wrap up FF15, they'll need more time to do so without being restricted to within the 1 year window. Episode Ignis director Takeshi Terada added that the next set of DLC is being developed with the completion of the universe, the main game, and the related works. Square Enix is working on the new DLC episodes as an additional series rather than additional content. More details on that will be shared later.
Right, that just confused me. Additional series.
Yeah, it's
I don't
weird.
understand.
It says Final Fantasy 15 is currently available PS4, Xbox One. PC version will release on March 6th.
And it's available on mobile.
Yes.
Hey, the mobile version is something we don't like to talk about. It
I
doesn't
just love going
exist.
into the Google Play Store and seeing that and just laughing.
It doesn't exist. It only exists in the deepest depths of my nightmares. Like
Okay.
I'm tossing and turning at night, and my roommate's like, I can hear you from my room. It's like, what am I talking about? You're talking about Final Fantasy 15 again.
Damn it.
God damn it.
So,
On delay.
Okay,
before you guys get into it real quick, let me just cover the milestone and what the developers are hoping for. 4Gamer in January of last year announced the total shipments of the digital sales surpassing 6 million total copies sold, which was the objective at the time. However, now they're looking to sell 10 million units with the Windows Edition being released on March 6th. Tabata says, and I quote, "Honestly, rather than sales numbers, the team's priority is to provide a good service for as long as possible. That is worthy of its value. There's been some talk within the team saying they'd like to reach 2 million units with the Final Fantasy 15 Windows Edition alone, and with the team's main objective of 10 million units for the game in total. You have different approaches during the pre-release. As for Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, its role is to further spread the word of Final Fantasy 15 while we do have
according to Noctis.
While we do have an income and expenditure plan for it, we don't have any goals as far as download numbers to go off of." So there you go. What do you guys think of this new DLC? What do you think it's going to be? And what do you think their likelihood of reaching this ultimate goal of their sales total?
I first want to say that 15 came out like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I know a handful of people who are still fucking waiting for the PC version, but a lot of people got it on PS4 or Xbox or whatever and have played it already.
Yeah.
So I think
they suffered through it.
Another suffered. I think another 4 million units. That's kind of a lofty goal, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
might happen. I'm not saying it won't. I'm just saying there's a very low chance it's actually going to happen.
Yeah, it's doubtful, but it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, it is fucking... Alright, I will suck Square Enix's dick until the day I die.
I'm done, man. I'm tired of sucking that dick.
No, that dick, oof, I love it.
It's got your fucking slobber on it. I don't want it anymore.
I love Square. I love the majority of things they put out. So, I'm hopeful. Just because. But I'm extremely doubtful.
Yeah. So, regarding the sales numbers, yeah, I definitely agree with Sean here. Like, I think that it's not a very realistic goal. I think that it's possible, but I don't really think it's going to happen.
Like maybe another million, potentially 2 million, sure.
Yeah, like the 2 million goal is fine. I think the ultimate goal of 10 is a little too much.
Yeah, I don't think 4 million's gonna... No.
I also think that using words like the Final Fantasy 15 universe...
What universe? It's one fucking game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what fucking universe? Like, I really don't like how they do this thing where it's like the Final Fantasy 15 universe or the compilation of Final Fantasy 7. It's like, why?
Square Enix is very pretentious about
extremely.
Final Fantasy. So, it's just like, oh, the universe. Like, it's one fucking game. None of the games ever coincide unless it's a direct sequel.
I want fucking Prompto's backstory. I want to know why he's a fucking retard.
He was
I want to know why
several times. I don't know what you're talking about.
I want to know why every time Prompto opens his mouth, I just wish Noctis would take the camera and shove it down his throat.
He can be charming sometimes.
The only thing Prompto does that I like is when you win a battle, he sometimes sings "We're in the money." We're in the money. It's like, so is Square. No shit.
Yeah, I mean, alright, I've played religiously Final Fantasy XIV, and I have seen the psychotic, just fucking bullshit that they just pump into that game. Like, honestly, if you read through the quest text and just any text dialogue in 14, it's all one fucking shitpost.
Really?
Yeah, oh, there's so many fucking memes and shit. Like, not like legitimate memes, but just like jokes and just fucking... Like, it's so insane. And, like, Square went off the deep end years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they lost all form of sanity, and that's why I love them. So... I don't know. Again, I have not beaten 15.
Listen, honestly, dude, the final boss of Final Fantasy 15
Spoiler
is a
alert!
big, dumb Dragon Ball Z fight, and it's the best. It's literally two guys floating above a ruined city fighting each other with magic. It's the best thing I've ever seen.
But yeah, I haven't beaten 15. I haven't played any of the DLC episodes. I don't even know which ones are out. I know it's probably Gladio and Iggy.
You got no, it's all of them have gotten one.
Oh, all of them, including Prompto as well? Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, Prompto had his own DLC.
I want to say it'd probably be, like, how many did you say? Like 4 more?
Yeah, and Arden is confirmed to be getting one.
Okay, yeah, that's
Which
what I
is
was going
good.
to say. There's going to be Arden, the fucking Lancer chick.
Yeah, I was going to say she's
Highwind.
probably going to get one.
Maybe like the King's Royal Guard people, like Sid.
Yeah, he'd be
and,
cool.
Like whoever else, I can't genuinely
I
remember
don't
who
remember
else.
his fucking name, but the Royal Guard captain guy who's like,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, I'm going to go off and have my people search for these relics, and then it's like, you never hear from him again.
Nope.
Ever.
It might be those guys.
So, in
Like-
regards to the game, Sean, you really like the game. Cypher hates the game. What do you guys like? Really feel as far as?
We'll see. Again, I haven't beaten it. He has. He's gotten the full experience, so he's more qualified to an extent.
Oh, yes, I'm the most qualified
You
to
don't need
speak
to
about
fucking pretentious prick.
James Lepton from inside the actor's studio, but worse.
Yes, quite.
I found Final Fantasy 15 to be quite enlightening. Oh.
So I've
the way I
gotten
would
to,
describe
like,
it.
half the game, and I enjoyed what I have played.
Yeah, but you played the better half of that
I played
game.
the better half of the game. I didn't
Like-
get. I know the later half is a slog.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? Sean and I have talked about this, like, did we talk about it on stream yesterday?
I don't think so.
I honestly don't
Okay.
remember what went on in that stream yesterday.
Yeah, me
Besides,
neither.
besides
I
me
fell
playing
asleep right
Mario
after.
and cheating for like 2 hours.
But anyway, yeah, so like at one point in our recent conversations, Sean and I talked about Final Fantasy 15, and he's kind of concluded that like all of the criticisms that I've leveled against it are valid criticisms.
Oh yeah, very. Like
Yeah.
I'm not going to defend it in any way, shape, or form.
Well, that's
I would-
disappointing.
You definitely played the good half of that game. Like that
Yeah.
first half is really good.
Oh yeah, like the boy band fucking traveling across the world.
They're the Beatles. They're the
That's fun as
JRPG Beatles.
shit. It's fun as shit. Like I had a blast.
Like you're on a road trip with your bros. You're listening to fucking classic Final Fantasy music.
Yeah. But once I got into the floating city of whoever the fuck gives a shit, that's when I got bored.
Not Venice.
Not Venice. Like I got bored. Hence why I haven't beaten it and have no incentive to beat it.
Yeah.
So then you guys don't plan on playing the new DLC set then?
Fuck no, I didn't even play the
no.
existing one.
Yeah. It makes me kind of sad because again, I love Final Fantasy, but like,
So when
I'll go-
when do
I'll
we
go back
when
to
do we get
14.
like Prompto doing like Frank West photographs? Like yeah, perfect, yeah, nice. Fucking Pokemon Snap, but it's Prompto because I would pay good money for that.
Now, if we want to talk about new Switch games, fucking Pokemon Snap 2. Let's
Yes.
fucking make it happen, Nintendo.
Please,
Let's
for the love of all things good and holy.
Well, you know what? With this possible Pokemon Direct that may happen on Tuesday, that's a possibility.
Oh, wait, shit, what? I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, we went over it earlier in the podcast, right before, like...
Yeah, I wasn't here.
It was like one of the first things I mentioned. I'll recap it again.
Alright, cool.
Earlier today, Josh had tagged me in a post on Facebook about a Pokemon Direct for the 27th, which is Tuesday, at 10
That
a.m.
would make sense, yeah, that's the fucking
It's also
birthday of Pokemon.
Yeah, it's Pokemon Day. But I don't know if this is fake or if Nintendo wants to be hush-hush about it, because I cannot find anything on Google about it. Neither
I mean,
Nintendo...
Think of the last Direct, though. Like, we didn't know shit. We thought it was all a rumor until it happened.
Right, but Nintendo nor Pokemon social medias on Facebook or Twitter posted anything about it. And there was a post on GameFAQs forums about it. But the topic, when you click on the link for that topic in Google, it takes you to the forum saying the post you were looking for has been removed.
I think they're trying to hide it.
That's what I think so too. So I'm gonna say this. This is the
It's
end.
fucking Pokemon.
And
they're probably gonna announce the Switch Pokemon game. This
I hope
is a big
so.
deal for Nintendo.
Supposedly, the rumor is that they're doing this to celebrate Pokemon Day on the 27th, and they're going to go over future plans for Pokemon on the Switch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I hope?
What's up?
I want a game in the same vein as Pokemon XD.
Thank you.
That's what I fucking want. But I
XD
want to
was so
play.
much goddamn fun.
I want to play as a motherfucking sociopath. I want to play fucking Giovanni from Team Rocket. I want his origin story. Like I want to be some prick who steals people's Pokemon. That's what I want.
I want a new Pokemon game. Like I want a new.
No, I want to be worse.
All right, that's fair.
I want a new Pokemon game like Pokemon Stadium with an actual fleshed out story mode.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now, so I'm just going to say this. This is the end of the Game Corner Podcast episode 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Sean, thanks for joining me and Cypher, really, for episode 8, the actual entire episode. I tried to get the rest of the gang, but apparently they were too interested in being dumb shits. And ignoring me, like always.
I mean, Josh said he was interested, but by that point we were already halfway through recording, so I was like,
yeah,
we basically have to recap everything.
But
maybe next time.
If this Pokemon Direct does happen on Tuesday, whether I do this by myself or Cypher comes out with me to do this, there will be a Game Corner bonus level or a bonus stage or special stage. I don't know what I'm going to call the video, but it'll be a Game Corner special to recap the Pokemon Direct if it indeed happens.
Fuck, I hope it does.
We will. So we will possibly be back on Tuesday with a special edition of the podcast. It'll be much shorter, obviously, but it won't be like an episode 9, maybe an episode 8.5 possible type thing. But until then, you guys got any final words you want to say for this episode?
Ignis is the best. Prompto sucks cock.
By far. Gladio's pretty cool.
Gladio's pretty fucking cool.
Prompto's
They all the. Go ahead. Prompto's the Ringo of that group.
Yeah.
Like Noctis is Paul McCartney, Ignis is John Lennon, Gladio is George Harrison, and Prompto is fucking Ringo.
That's fucking 1,000% accurate.
I've made this joke on the podcast before, and I stand by it that they are the JRPG Beatles.
No, yeah, that's super accurate.
We are the JRPG Beatles.
So
Panties drop when we enter and slay monsters.
Dude, I'd drop all my pants for fucking Noct. Oof.
You know what?
Cutie.
Noctis looks like Sasuke Uchiha, but like if he was actually attractive.
Exactly.
So to end this episode here, again, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Again, 4 Twitch followers away from the affiliate status. I can't wait. If you come to my Twitch, I greatly appreciate you giving me a follow and checking out my streams. Follow Erin Fitzgerald on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and everything else. Links are in the description box down below. Check out Black Sakura on Facebook. Check out the Black Sakura Twitch community page. Follow the community page, and eventually we will have more people streaming under the Black Sakura name. Check out the jotaku.net, where we release occasional articles about anime, manga, and video games. And also, I want to say thanks again. Check out Sakura Anime Radio. I did tell Josh I was going to plug that for him at the end of episode 8 for being part of the show yesterday. Kind of rushed us off the show yesterday, so because I was worried about my camera shutting down on me, which it actually shut off on me 23 minutes before the podcast ended yesterday. So,
Okay.
I'm just going to apologize real quick to you guys for kind of pushing you guys off yesterday, even though we stayed on the call for hours after that. But thanks for watching episode 8, guys. Check out all of our stuff down below. My name is The Rose, and for our buddy Sean, Assassin X, and Cypher, we'll catch your ass down the road.